I represent many companies that run very large websites, actually all over the world. And so part of the protection is customers theoretically want that sense of confidence that they have some privacy. But as I say, they don't look at the privacy policy or the terms of use or the click agreement for that matter. But one reason that this is so important is because we're not the only country in the world. There are other privacy laws that are much more strict than the US, and so companies that do business like in the EU or Canada or Australia, those laws are much more complicated and more stiff than they are in the US, and so businesses that do have customers around the world have to be very sensitive to making sure they comport with those laws around the country, around the world about who may be impacted from their customer base. So for instance, there is a legal concept called data localization, and that is where a country enacts a law that requires all the data about individuals and companies to be in that country. So Russia adopted that a while back, and what that means is cloud providers have to have computers in Russia if they're going to maintain data. And I think there are other countries, including Germany, that are looking to pass such laws. This has been under consideration for the past few years. And so these legal scholars are saying, okay, well, where that data is located then has a different impact, because if you can't remove the data from Russia, then you're going to have to do all your data analytics in Russia, or you just cut out Russia altogether. So I think the data localization potentially does have an interesting spin on where we're going with big data. Because if more countries adopt data localization, then that puts more rings around where the data can be, and it's a violation of a law to move the data out of the country.